What's up, Tyler, man? What's up, Pettit? We've got WNBA full, but that is it to start. We have another WNBA close. We have a Finest Formula One close. We have Topps Chrome Champions League UEFA from 2021, so 4 years ago stuff, is at 9 left, but the three biggest teams are there, so filler is too expensive right now, but it is getting closer. Bowman U basketball, we just got some back in. We have a two-boxer up there. There's 11 left there. That's random letter, first letter of last name. Royalty, same thing. Random letter, first letter of last name. 13 left. Last time we'll be ripping the royalty, so if you want in on that, grab that. We got some Finest Football just in for some breaks. We have a full sealed deal case, so this one is from the shelf here, but we have the sealed case behind us. Halfway home on that one. The biggest teams left, if I recall, got Arizona, New York, and wait for it. One more. No, I forget.
And the Raiders.
Raiders, yep. So you got Harrison, Bowers, and Neighbors in terms of the rookie chases on the biggest teams left. What's up, Jake? Let's see. We've got the Bowman Chrome HTA Choice starting to get going here. We are down to 18 left there, so almost halfway home on that one. There's 6 spots left. 6 boxes in that. What teams are left there, left? Pull that one up for me. We've got Baltimore at 109, Mets 95, Phillies 75, Braves 89, Reds 95, and a bunch of like 20s and 30s, even a couple 15s in there, at least one 15 in there. So a bunch of cheapies. If anyone wants to scoop like 3-4 cheapies, the number goes down. People start to get even more intrigued. We've got Origins NBA. That one's been hanging around for a bit. 23 left in that one. It's only $24.99 for a 3-boxer. There's all sorts of big names have autos in that set. They have the Tiger Eyes, but they also have the white Tiger Eyes this time. And they have one more set, like, not Panther, but one of those other big cats, I believe, Cougar Eyes or something like that. And this stuff is brand new. Look how big this box is here for 3 cards. 23-24, Topps 3 NBA. We have a full case of it. Only a few teams have gone. I'm kind of surprised. It's brand new. First time they made it. It's obviously unlicensed, but we've been doing unlicensed top stuff for a bit here. Spurs are top heavy, Lakers, Warriors, and then there's a ton of 30s and 40s. A bunch of teams at $45, like a whole bunch. You're looking at autographs. Every card is numbered to 49 or less. Every autograph is on card. They have 3 patch autographs for rookies. All sorts of stuff. So the set looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. If you look at the sell sheet and the checklist and stuff, it looks like cool stuff. When they make a box this big for 3 cards, it's usually for glamour, so hopefully there's some fire stuff in there. We have a full seal deal case. This one I just took off the shelf for display just so you can see that massive box in all its glory. It's much larger than the size of this Bowman Chrome U box or these finest boxes. It's also thick too, just for the 3 cards in there. Here's the soccer with 9 left. We need at least one of those bigger teams to go. The biggest team, of course, is Dortmund, $3.99. That's with Jude rookie stuff, including he does have autos in that set. There's Makoko rookie stuff in there as well. He does not have autos, but he's got rookie color and such in there as well. Barcelona, you got Yogo Benito or Yogo Benita. Messi autos. He has another insert auto, I believe, and then Juve still there left, I think.
Yes.
Juve has Ronaldo ink, so pretty cool stuff. 1 auto per box in that versus the finest we did has 2 autos, but this is a 6 boxer as opposed to a 4 boxer, and these are like their flagship rookies for if you're chasing any rookies in there. So we won't be running that back. We don't have another 6 boxes of that anywhere in the shop, so. That was kind of a one-off, like we did that finest. Trying to dig out some stuff while we await some new soccer. Let's see. What else? Let me go back to the site real quick for me. See what's changed. We'll scroll down. Royalty's got that 13. F1's at 3. Nice. The other WNBA's at 4. All right. Oh, let's actually pop that up so people can see. Yeah, there it is. I think I popped it down just for the box.
101 starting at $80.
$80. We've been hitting 101s like crazy lately. We hit that 755 one, and then like 2 nights later hit one for 200. So, and that was only a couple nights ago. So we've been pulling the 101s lately, which is always a good thing, right? Get some more gloves. Let me go do that real quick, Lyle. If you want to entertain chat for a second. Just because we'll need them probably not tonight, but in short order. I'll get some gloves, and then we'll get started with this first WNBA break.
You going to watch the Masters this weekend?
Negative. Won't watch a second of it.
Even if it's a loaded leaderboard on Sunday?
Won't watch a second of it. I'll tune in to like online and see who won and all that. But it just doesn't. I've given up on watching golf personally. I know, unpopular opinion, but I did see the top of the leaderboard is pretty loaded so far. From what I saw, some big names with that. DeChambeau's in second or whatever. So I like track it a little, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Track it, not not watch. But
Yeah, I'll loosely track it. I'm not watching for updates. I'll just see at the end of the day, like, you know, what's
I will
been
be
going
watching.
on. Yeah, I think most people in our chat tonight will be checking into it at some point.
F1 is full.
All right, nice.
Travis with the close. Thanks, Trav.
Ooh, and Barcelona. There we go. All right, start chipping away at that soccer. Thanks, buddy. Hopefully hit that big Messi auto, dude. It's making up to be an exciting final round Sunday. Well, I mean, we'll see what tomorrow brings, right? It's got the potential. Like, everybody keeps saying that, oh, it's going to be a loaded Sunday. But
there's
like,
so many people within, like, 2 shots. So
yeah, and the top guys could collapse tomorrow. So, like, we'll see what Sunday brings. It's got potential. But I saw all sorts of things like, oh, sick Sunday coming up for the match. Like, how do you know? In terms of names. They're like, it's going to be such a loaded top.
It's better than, okay, this person's up 7 shots.
Oh, I completely agree, but they're saying it's loaded as in, like, the names. But, like, the lesser names could jump up and the big names could fall back, you know? Like, when it's, because like you said, it's very clustered right now, right? What's the leader? Is it, like, 8 or something? 7?
Minus 8.
DeChambeau's like 6, right? I think.
DeChambeau, McElroy. Scheffler was a little bit shaky today. He dropped a little bit.
Did he? Yeah, I mean, you want the big names in not soccer, in golf. That's what always made it fun when the big names are vying for it on Sunday.
A whole bunch of different countries too.
Yeah, lots of melting pot of reps. I have no idea. Louth can answer that question.
Well, I bet Justin Rose, so I hope he wins. But honestly, I feel like Rory will falter on Sunday, so he won't win. Scheffler, I think, is a little bit. His putting's been iffy today. I'm gonna just say DeChambeau because he's the fan favorite now, and before he was like
he's the villain.
The villain, and now he just did a complete.
Is he literally a fan favorite now?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's fan friendly. He's I saw him after his round. He was doing high fives to the crowd, where most golfers are just
trot
to
off.
the
Just get me in the clubhouse, sign my card, and get me home.
Yep.
You ready?
Yeah,
Who you got, Trev? All right, here we go. We've got another break of 2024 WNBA Prism 5 Blaster Random Teams number 4. We have another 5 Blaster up there. That's very close. It's got is it 5 left? 5 left? Maybe. I think it's left. I think it's 4 left. But we got another one of these up if you want to see some more tonight. It's very close. Here we go. We've got a 3 and a 6 9 times. 9 times. Good luck here. I'll get all 5 blasters out. That's how we do our blaster breaks, 5 at a time, whether it's 5 in total, whether it's 20 in total, etc.
9 times. We got aces to the fever. Fever at the bottom.
Xander, Morikawa, and Henley.
Henley had an awful first round, and then bogeyed the very last hole to miss the cut today, which was because I had him in my DraftKings. So I really needed him to make the cut.
Oh, so Henley's out for Trav's bets? Okay.
Yeah.
But Xander and Morikawa are still in?
I believe so, yeah.
I see, is Griffey a photographer?
Yeah, he was a credentialed photographer.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, Randy Johnson has his own photography business, and now Griffey.
We got Lucas at the top and bottom, Lucas with the aces, and the fever spot.
All right, good luck, everybody here. Empty there.
Corey Connors will win it all. Henley is the dark horse. Yeah.
Nobody's going to see it coming.
Yeah, the lights are completely out on that one.
That's the...
The guy shot 90 on Friday, and then
Jeez, I could do that for 9.
and then shot like 71 today.
What's up, Craig? Happy Friday, dude. Randy Johnson helped mentor the kid with the transition to pro. That's what I was wondering, because I figured they were at least in touch with each other. Maybe they're not bestest of friends. I mean, sometimes teammates don't even like each other, but Griffey seems like a pretty likable guy, and I think Randy does as well. So I was wondering if they had some ties, being both photographers and former teammates. What's up, Priscilla? Good to see you again, as always. Lassie, big time Griffey guy, big time.
Look at these, the pictures.
Those
Photo by
photos.
Ken Griffey Jr. Look at that. Do you think they know who he is, or just think he's just a random?
When you're in that stratosphere, like everybody knows everybody. I feel of note, you know. I mean, think about some of those guys grew up watching him, you know, based on their age.
Yeah.
Like he could have been their favorite player for some of those guys. Sal's favorite player as well. All right. Griffey fan club, all present today.
He's just so likable. Such a
Yeah,
sweet swing.
Yeah, that swing's beautiful. And his video game was super fun. It was super easy, but it was super fun. Those games, it used to take me forever to play a game in that because you'd score so many runs that the game just took so long to play a single game. Karen Griffey baseball. Ugh. Two blasters out. What would we need to shout out? What's our guy? Our YouTube guy?
What?
What's our YouTube commenter guy? We gotta give him a shout out every time we do this raid.
Alan, right? Alan something.
Is it Alan? Alan. Shout out Alan. Hope you leave some comments again, man. Much love. I'm kind of excited for that top three. We didn't get a lot of movement. I'm pretty disappointed because I think it's going to be a fun rip, at least from my perspective here in the chair. Trying to open that big old box for the 3 cards. Only player to hit a home run off the Camden Yards warehouse might be outdated. Yeah, you know, maybe Willie Mopena hopped in there and
Home run derby.
and did that. Was it during the derby?
Yeah.
Your dad used to be such a scumbag. Back when the home run derby was taped, he'd try and bet us at the bowling alley when we were little kids. He'd be like, I bet you this guy wins the home run derby. Loud's dad used to try and scam us when we were little kids because the derby wasn't always live. It was like they did it the night before and then aired it on TV or whatever. And he always used to try and scam us. I forget. We were really young. He'd always try and bet us, and then it would be on at the bowling alley like the day that it happened every time. We were always having to be bowling.
Oh, good old days.
What a scammer. You left for the next WNBA. We'd love to rip back to back, but obviously we'll come right back to it at some point if it's not full, and F1 is. F1 is random driver. Typically, we used to do like tiered random teams, random race teams, but we've got random driver there this time. And here we go, last pack. Card Cammett. And away we go. Blue Velocity second card is Elizabeth Williams. Ice Mariah. And Staley. This one is Charisma Osborne for Phoenix on the rookie Blue Velocity. Mercury for Sella. There's a Kate Martin. True Base Ice. Nothing wrong with that. Silver Tiffany Hayes. Clark. Blue Velocity non-rookie. It's Isabel Harrison. And we have Elizabeth Kitley on the variation Ice for the Aces. Vegas. Green, Cynthia Cooper-Dyke. And Elizabeth Kitley again. Okay. Out of the same blaster. 2. For the price of 1. In the Aces spot, that is Lucas. Looks like, all right, let's hit some of the big rookies, including Clark that I have. Tina Charles. Can I bring some cards in tomorrow to add to the base? It's too late for this order. It's right to our right. It's already been submitted, Trav. But it can go on the next one. This order has already been officially submitted. It just needs to get sent in the mail. It's supposed to go today, but the old man was out, and Jerry didn't have time, so we'll get it out first thing. But this one is in Gustafson. It can't be changed once it's officially submitted. Rookie silver of J.C. Sheldon. Blue velocity of Hines Allen. We have a green coming up. Nothing numbered so far. Green here is Setu Sabali. And we've got Charisma on the ice. Go to the right, I guess. Let's get the right side. Blue velocity right out the gate. Nia Coffee. Swoops. Nika on the variation. Green coming up is Kayla Thornton. Lexi Hull. Blue velocity, Gabby Williams. Yeah, no problem, man. Brink on the base. Yeah, we sat here Wednesday. We only did that one break on Wednesday, so Sora and I sat here and got basically every card we have. There's 2 more people who we have some cards left from that need that are higher volume and need some more evaluation, but everything else. Pilly on the ice is making its way out. Nothing crazy so far. 1 Cameron Brink, 1 Mule, Pilly ice there. No Clarks, no Reese. Did hit 1 Martin, and no numbered stuff. So these last have been a little tough. This could be a Brink right here. Sure is. Brink variation ice. There we go. Sparks, Pettit. Pettit's got some cards in that order. That's we just got ready. Rakia Jackson, nice. Teammates, also on the variation ice. Another good rookie. It's about Brink tore ACL. Zia Cook. Blue velocity, Zia Cook. Volk minus 160, Pass minus 160 on RI Sportsbook. Volk minus 160, wow.
Yeah, I was going to bet Lopez.
Wow, I think the odds have changed. I thought Lopez was a slight favorite like 3 weeks ago. Patty minus 160, that makes a little sense. The fight scares me a little. I want him to win. He's not going to ever be champ. I don't think he's quite that good. I think he's good, but a beard and Christy Wallace. He can't afford to lose this one though. He's got to lose when he's fighting like a real contender because Chandler's he's just near the end of it. He's still good and he has a lot of losses, but he only fights beasts. He doesn't fight scrubs and lose. He just doesn't fight scrubs at all anymore. Olivia Pupa on the blue velocity. Blue velocity is such a good design. Jalen Sherrod. I'm excited for that tomorrow. Nika. The realtor stopping by the house in the morning, and then just got to probably run some errands, and then just get ready to watch UFC. Bailey and I, we were going to go. If we could have thought of anything else to do out in Miami, we would have been there, and I wouldn't be here tonight, but Sabrina on the ice. But nothing else really stood out besides going there, and it's kind of a long trip to just go to the fight, even though those fights take like 8 hours. Not the fights individually, but, of course, the card as a whole. Wow, we had a single numbered card. Well, hopefully the next set has some numbered stuff and some Caitlins, because that had absolutely 0 Caitlins. That's the first time, though. These blasters have been really good to us with Caitlin. We usually hit 2 or 3, oftentimes silvers, ice, etc. Those are probably the toughest ones. Not even the other rookies. No Angel, no Caitlin. Tiny bit of Brink, Rakia, Mule, Pilly. No autos, no numbered stuff. So we need to step it up in those next 5. I got them right over here, just off the overhead camera to my right. Get a recap of what we did hit here, though, in just a second. Let's get us ready. That's interesting. I love Volk, but was there one Angel? Maybe I'm an idiot. That's not surprising. Is there one? Huh. Camden, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Is there one? Now that's driving me nuts. Did I pass by it? I should have pulled it out if it was one. I don't know. We'll check the recap. All right, crew, here we go. Recap of 2024 WNBA Prism Blaster 5-box Rum Teams number 4. Start with Brink, Mule, Sheldon, Berkey Silver, Olivia, and Charisma. These are all our greens, like one per. Lana, Sabali, or one almost every. Mule, Sherrod. I'll take a spin if there was. Get out of here. She's trying to scam me right now. Rakia Jackson, Alyssa Pilley. So a couple of the nice names here in the ice. And that will do it. I didn't see one there, but I'm going to flip through just because I'm curious. But appreciate the fill. It was kind of the toughest 5 blaster break we've done so far out of the 4, but we have another one up. We can definitely do better than that. So hopefully we can and rip that tonight. 3 left in that one. Much love in the fill. No 101, so we're going to 95. Boom. Boom. I'll cash in on the 6-1 Gators Natty odds then. All right, you make it look through this whole thing. Nothing else is full right this second. Actually, that's not true. We'll get the F1 coming your way in a second, unless the other WNBA fills like very quickly. Then we'll just pop that over because it is.
We got one left.
One left. While Lop gets the F1, we'll jump the W in front of it if we can fill that one spot. What do you owe me if there isn't one in here? That's the real question. I mean, you're probably right. Usually when chat's like, oh yeah, you passed by something, or there was one of those, they're spot on. I don't know about Frisella, though. He's a fake doctor, so. That feeling, though. Run out of room here, though. The sleeve pile could be where it ended up if there was one.
Sleeve pile?
Yeah. Look at these for the excitement here. For Sella, I don't know. Oh, there was another green. There you go. No dice for Sella. Jeez. Make me think I'm even older. My memory's gone.
I mean, to be fair, you are kind of old.
Pretty old, yeah. Never as old as Lothar Soren, but old.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, boy.
You wish.
True.
You wish you were as young as me.
All right, Frisella, you do that, man. Hit me up with a timestamp, yeah? Making a crap up. All right. We do have that ready to rip again, though. As soon as that last spot goes, here's one of those 5 blasters that'll be going in that one. Hope you all had a great week. Hope you have some fun weekend plans. What am I doing this weekend? I'm just watching UFC tomorrow night, and I'm going to see a couple open houses on Sunday. I don't think I have anything else. And I always have work to do. One teacher is always work to be done. So, but what do we have? Today's the 11th. Only 19 days of class left, so not that I'm counting. Do you have the F1 list?
I do.
Alrighty. F1 list is coming in hot, and then we'll revisit that W, and then we need some help. We want to rip more than that tonight for sure. We've had a pretty slow week, so we'd like to go out with a bang on Friday here. You moving? I want to, Trav, but we've been just like casually looking at houses for a long time, for like the past year, but prices and inventory just absolutely sucks. I think you missed one on the team list, by the way. I think the bottom one you didn't have highlighted. No, I don't want to, Trav. I don't. I like the quiet of it is kind of like relative because, I'm trying to watch football on Sunday and my neighbors are doing wheelies down the street in their dirt bikes and their four-wheelers. It's a little annoying, but I like the outdoorsy aspect of it, but we want a house upgrade. That's first and foremost. I want an area upgrade a little bit. There's good stuff about being down there, but there's also some. I want to be a little closer to some civilization. I don't want to be right in the heart of it, but prices are insane, dude. I know. That's why we've been looking for over a year. The inventory is low. Prices are insane, so that's why we're still living in our house. So I bought that house in 2018, so got a good price on it. Kind of is what it is right now. Would absolutely love to move.
There's a new listing country that I just saw the other day.
We're going to. We saw one
with Tyler. Come on.
We saw one right down the street from my parents' house, like 30 seconds up the street. It's not. It's looks like it's on station, but it's like a new little road with a cul-de-sac that they're making 3 houses on, like 20 feet off of Station Street, and they're calling it just a new road. But the house was beautiful, but the yard wasn't usable. They had a bunch of massive drainage ditches because of the development from like 10, 15 years ago had drainage issues, so they had to overcompensate. So the whole yard, it's like 1.2 acres, and there was just like a tiny little sliver of yard that you could actually use, so it's kind of stupid. The house we love, though, but we have dogs that need some lawn. Yeah. Exactly why I want to get out of there, you know? Priscilla, I looked through the whole thing, man. No angel. I checked the whole break. I think you owe me the Spurs spot in 3 basketball. I'm pretty sure. I think that was a deal. Wheel spin if I found one. Spurs spot if I didn't. So I'll hop on that Spurs spot, yeah?
All set?
Yeah, I think so. All right, crew, here it is. We got 2 boxes of brand new stuff. This is 2024 Finest F1. Finest. There it is. 2 boxes. We went random driver on this one. There's some kind of lump sums. The all other F2 drivers, a couple are in the individual list. All F3 drivers is a spot. And then Legends and Principals, there's like a checklist of those guys. Basically, if they're not, I think it says it on the card. We'll see as we go. I'll have Louth pull up the checklist as well. Spurs spot if you're right. No, you have to buy the Spurs spot if you're wrong. You wanted a wheel spin if you were right. I already checked them all. You were wrong, so you got to buy the Spurs spot, you know?
7 times?
A deal's a deal, 7 times. The card says groovy. Oh, my God. Did I miss a groovy? Jeez. The groovies are, the names are smaller.
7 times. We got George Russell down to Carlos Sainz.
You have alerts set on Redfin at 1 bed, 1 bath, popped up in work today for $325. Dude, it's insane. The house we saw that we really liked was $800. Is it there? I believe you. The inserts, harder to see the names when I flip through quickly. I flipped through the whole break, but
7, we got Lucas down to Lucas.
I'm pretty sure you said there was a numbered Angel Reese in there. That groovy was a base.
Got Lucas with George Russell and Carlos Sainz.
All right, here we go. So all F3 drives up top, all other F2s there. We haven't done it this way, so bear with me on trying to find the guys on the checklist, etc. Should be fun, though. It's Finest, and Finest is my favorite. So if I had to pick one product across all sports, I have other products I like within a sport, but I take Finest as my staple product across all the sports. And it's one of the few that they actually make across all the sports. They're all 800K, dude. At least the ones we've been looking at. It's insane. I'd never imagined. For us to get the kind of house we're looking for, it's basically 800 to $1 million. And that's insane. Like, any point in my life, you're like, oh, yeah, you'll own $1 million house. Like, no, it's not happening. But the market's just that. I mean, my house will fetch some, but not that. We're obviously looking to upgrade, so my house is going to be worth less than whatever we buy.
The fellow with the clothes. Thank you, Ryan.
All right, I was going to say, buy a spot. I'll give you a wheel spin because you were right, and you bought a spot, so there you go. Is this a die cut? It's a rounded card, okay. Looking at Tennessee and Western North Carolina, you can get a 5. My aunt just moved to South Carolina, and yeah, she got a massive house for less than the stuff here. It's insane. All right, here we go. First guy here, Casper Stuka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but F3. So he's in the all F3 drivers. Some of these will be, I guess, if they're all upside down, we'll flip them over. But finest tends to be kind of all over the place. Ooh, that's nice. Verstappen, 95 of 99. Look at the font they used on the serial numbers. It's so weird. It's a different font. Verstappen, he's obviously his own spot. I got to find him. There he is, Trav. There you go, Trav. Nice start there out of 99. Die cut. It's going to be right side up, upside down. Alain Prost, 87 out of 200 on the blue common. Who's got him? Anybody? Jeez, it's going to be brutal. Is he in the left? I need the checklist if you don't mind. I got to figure out. Lauren's killing me here. He might be in the. I think he's in the Legends and Principles. Is it Team Crest? Nope. It's our boy again. The winner's circle. Prost. Base set checklist. Does it have Legends? There's a list somewhere. He sent it to me. I just don't know where it was. There's a list of who makes it up. It's on my phone. For a second. Ooh, look at this thing. It's a red. James Hunt. It's like color match too. He's got his red jumpsuit on. Here, love. Look at my phone and text with Soren. Somewhere in there, he sent me Esteban Ocon. Esteban is his own spot with Pierre Gasly. Lucas. With that hair, I know.
Legends and Principles.
Legends and Principles. I don't know where he found that. Do you see that up there anywhere?
It's a principal? Is a school?
I think they have some owners. We do have a mem card here. It is Bottas and Guan Yu. That is gold, 9 of 25. Bottas is comboed with Guan Yu. Perfect. That's going to Camacho. We've got Joseph Loke, 2 out of 150. He's an F3 driver, so he's going to be in the all F3. Honestly, I'm not sure, Trav. I didn't get a chance to check. Soren put this one together. This is a rare blue Fernando Alonso, 21 of 99. Fernando Alonso is with Lance Stroll, Camacho. World's Finest Piastri. Look at those serial numbers. I can't believe they changed the font here. 59 of 74, though. That's sick. World's Finest. I think I said World's First. World's Finest Piastri. That's real nice. He's got his own spot for sure. Oscar for Oscar. Let's go, baby. Out of 74. Couple nice numbered cards here in box 1. Max Esterson, 39 out of 40 on the die cut. F3. The F3 spot is Joe. And we've got headliners, George Russell. George Russell, his own spot up there. That is Lucas. All right, box 1 in the books. Box 2. Can't wait for the finest football case. Those have been a ton of fun. I really am excited for the 3. I know it's unlicensed Panini. Tops, but I don't know. When you have that big a box for 3 cards, it gets me ready to rip. Add some intrigue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love how they put massive Players Association logo. I know it's blurred because we have card cam on, but just to show that they're backed by the Players Association, even though they don't have the full license yet. 1 in 48 packs, so yeah, 6 times 8. Yep, case it. Oops, we have 2 packs to go. So 1 per case on average, Trav. Thanks, Tyler. Who's grabbing that last W spot? It's already full. Perfect. All right, who's helping us out the rest of the way? Trav took Barcelona. If we could get some more teams to go on that soccer, we could do a filler. And in the royalty, heading into the Patty fight tomorrow. Let's do it.
Fight night tomorrow.
Yeah, those top two fights are awesome. I'm a Patty fan, so that's why I like that one. But it's a decent fight on paper too. The top fight is sick. Volkanovski and Lopez is incredible. Franco, he's got his own spot, Mark guy. Little rookie love. Got the blue Fernando Alonso. Camacho. That's a blue rare, 74 of 99. That's pretty sick. Like his helmet, it's got all sorts of color, kind of like the paint splatter in the back. Got Oliver Behrman, 196 out of 200. Cyril with that one. There's the common blue Cyril. So, refractor. This just got like all gray. This reminds me of is it Demolition Man, the outfit that Stallone's wearing at one point with like the robe when he's with what's her name in the hotel room. It's either that or something from Dread. When the old guy gets banished. One of those two movies. This outfit kind of, I don't know why it's making me think of that. World's Finest, Esteban Ocon. France, inserts. That's just the base version, not the numbered, like we saw earlier. Looks like we have a gold here behind this Lewis Hamilton. It's a gold rare Mari Boya, 3 of 20. That is in the F3 spots. Joe. Would have helped out and taken Real Madrid, but it got bought first before I could check out. Did it just now? Stallone and Dr. Evil?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, there you go. That one's probably even more fitting. Verstappen on the track attack, 6 of 75. Max Verstappen, he is Travs. With that authentic memorabilia, what do we got? It is not from any specific race or event, unfortunately. So everybody gives Panini crap for having not all game worn, but Topps isn't game worn, player worn throughout either. So both have their faults. 40 out of 150. James Hunt, old school. Oh, when we first posted it, yeah. Gold coming up. First we have a die cuts. Nice. Lewis Hamilton, 20 out of 99. That is Mikey Mike on the die cuts. Lewis. Carlos Sainz, 22 of 50. Headliners. Lucas. Gold headliners. Very nice. Noel Leon. F3, 21 out of 50. Von Amersfoort Racing. F3 spot Joe. Last little bit here. We do have another mem card. Another track attack. This one's Sergio Perez. 87 of 99. Sergio's got his own spot for flip. Same deal there. And the headliners, Sergio as well. So there's your look at Finest in F1 form. We've been doing a lot of Finest lately. We've got Finest Football. Done Finest Soccer. Finest F1 now. Finest Baseball. Love me some Finest. Love the new paint splatter sort of design. It's been a personal favorite of mine. This is my favorite design of Finest. I like the old school just silver that we've been doing in the past few years. But this stuff is organized chaos. It's busy, but it's not so busy that it takes away from the player photos, in my opinion. Or in this case, driver and car photos. Yeah, 2021. It's going to be fun. It's been a long time since we ripped 2021 regular Topps Chrome. We just did Finest last week, which was really cool as well. 2021 just got a great class. It's got some really good rookies, including, of course, the Big Jude. All right, crew, here we go with recap of 2024 Finest F1 2-box random driver. Much love on the fill. No one-on-one hit, so we'll be bumping that at the end of this recap. Track attack, Sergio Perez. Verstappen out of 75, blue track attack with the gold dual Valtteri Bottas and Zhu Guanyu. They are comboed together in the break, so nice and easy. This one's going over to who had the combo. It is Camacho. And then rest of the way here, we have Esteban on the Let's Go. This is 1 per case on average, so not a bad one there. Esteban's spot was Lucas. There you go, Lucas. And then starting with the out of 200s here, we had some legends in here, legends and principals, including James Hunt. So if you don't see the driver listed and it's not specifically listed as an F2 or an F3, those are all your legends and principals, essentially, is how it works. Now, Fernando Alonso, this is interesting. 290 rare and 211 rare. So this one of these is like the sort of variation versus the base set, because it's the same exact rare blue out of 99, but it's a different card number, so you get the 2 different photos there. Out of 74, Piastri. He's a beast. Leon out of 50. Headliners, Carlos out of 50. Esterson die cut out of 40. Out of 20, Boya. And James Hunt, Legends and Principles, red. It's a pretty cool looking card. 9 of 20. Appreciate the fill crew on Finest F1. It's in the books. Going to 110 on the bounty, right? 110?
110.
All right. Set a redemption field 2020 contenders. Isaiah Stewart gold out of 10. Didn't fill it, but sent me an NBA King Snake Pack. What? Honestly, I feel like Panini's tried to fill a lot of redemptions with the whole like licensing issue coming up, and I feel like they're compensating a lot for things they never got signed, and I feel like they're doing a pretty good job with what they're compensating with. From all stuff I've seen posted online, I haven't had any myself that have had issues like that weren't filled and were replaced, but the replacements, it seems like they've done a pretty good job. I'll give them some credit there with overcompensation of replacements. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've seen a lot of redemptions posted online like, oh, they filled it, but they didn't fill it with the card. They gave me this instead, and I feel like a lot of the replacements have been pretty solid.
You would think they would have to fill it with something of
It's
equal or
that's
better
what it's supposed
value,
to be,
right?
but I feel like to make sure there's no question, they tend to give you something a little better.
Yeah.
At least that's my opinion. For a lot of the situations I've seen online, I'd rather have the replacement than whatever the original card was. All right, we got W full again, right?
Yes, gotta grab that checklist.
All right, sounds good. Moss gonna hit us up with one more W list. See if we can do a little better on that one. Are you happy with that replacement, Trev? We had that Bowman U back in. That stuff is pretty hot. Cooper Flag Chase, among others. So we just got some back. So check that out. There's 11 left, I think, in that. 10 in the royalty, 8 in the soccer. Finest football is halfway still, 16. We're down to 17 in the Bowman Chrome HTA Choice. That's 2024 Bowman Chrome HTA Choice. Nothing but autos, nothing but ink. 3 per box, 6 boxes. You're looking at 18 autos in that break. I'm going on a year waiting for my Jordan Walsh 101 auto from Contenders, True 101 Rookie Championship ticket auto too. So hopefully they actually have the card soon. I mean, it's not like he spent a ton of time on the floor where he should just be signing those on the bench, you know? That's what I think. For Sella, man. I'm going to take your word for it that the groovy in there was Angel Reese. And you grabbed a spot. I was going to make a deal with you. Grab a spot, get one. You grabbed a spot. So, wheel spin, dude. I'll spin that thing, would you? All right, one redemption with Panini. Got what you were supposed to get? Come on, not orange, not orange, not orange.
Oh no!
You already got a natty
25,
championship.
25.
Oh my god, you get a natty championship and a 25 spot. Unbelievable. There you go, Frisella. Appreciate you, dude. Always hanging out. All right, Lots making the list, checking it twice. Before we get into that break, let me show you everything over here again. I'll hide this for a second. We've got the 2021 Topps Chrome UEFA, some old school, 4 years old, flagship Chrome. Oh, thank you, dude. We've got the, there's only 8 left here. It's PYT. There's a couple big teams left. Trav took Barcelona. Much love there. Royalty, heavy box, that cool flip open box. You can sort of see the hinge right here. heading into the UFC weekend. That'd be a ton of fun. This brand new stuff, Topps 3 basketball. We have a full sealed deal case. This is a box from the shelf here at the shop. 3 cards, that's it, in this massive box. 3 cards. I'm super intrigued. The sell sheet has some awesome looking cards on it, so it would be pretty fun to rip this full case of it. That'd be nice. Not a lot of movement yet. 25 left. A lot of cheap teams though. Take a shot, see if you can snag an auto. Everything's number 2, I think 49 or less in the entire set, and I think all autographs are hard signed, aka on card. So always a good thing. And we've got the aforementioned 2024 Bowman Chrome baseball. This is HTA choice, so nothing but 3 autographs per box. 6 boxes, 18 autographs in that one. Bowman Chrome U just came back in stock here at the shop. We got a little bit of it for rips. We have 11 left in that. Random letter, first letter of last name. We've got this is about to go. We've got the Origins. This one's been kind of stale a little bit. It's been hanging around. We haven't even seen any Origins yet. 2 autographs or mem per box. It's a 3-box random. It's only $24.99.
Feel that UFC.
That's what it is, Sabretooth. So they have the Tiger Eyes, Sabretooth, and White Tiger Eyes now. It used to just be Tiger Eyes. And we have a full seal deal case of Finest Football, which we've had a ton of fun with and a bunch of luck with. This Finest Football, we've been hitting really well. That Inception case we did, what did we hit? We hit Jaden Daniels in a book with the Kansas City kid.
Worthy?
Xavier Worthy.
Because we couldn't figure out his
dual
signature.
auto, yeah. We hit 2 Drake May autos, and we hit Bo Nix in the case, plus others. We hit, I think, like Bucky. We hit a bunch of the rookies. 2 of those, yeah, 2. And Finest, we've hit a bunch of great stuff, and we've hit a bunch of the Stroud hits in Finest. Those redemptions, the Stroud only autograph set. So that stuff's been really good to us as well. Looking to continue that train now that we got another case back in for breaks. So check that out. We're halfway home. The 3 biggest spots left are the Bowers, Raiders, Marvin with the Cardinals, and Neighbors and the Giants. We will filler it if it gets close, of course, but it's still too far right now for sure. Bowman Chrome U down to 10. Somebody just grabbed a spot. Much love there, Priscilla. Supporting the cause. WNBA, random teams number 5, Blaster Break is full. That's going next. And then we do need some help, so looking for that help right now so that we can... Has anyone that hit those... Yeah, Jake and Joe, we didn't random it because those guys are good buddies. Neither of them were around. I talked to them. I left it aside. I told them we'd random it on stream the next stream if they wanted. They made a deal. Jake bought the card out. He peeled it. Ended up being Spencer Rattler, which is super cool because Jake's a big Saints fan. So any of the others I don't know, but Jake and Joe, that one that they hit, ended up being Spencer Rattler behind the peel.
And off we go.
All right, crew, here we go. We got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 WNBA Prism 2024 blasters here. This is 5 blaster random teams number 5. Much love in the fill. Our last 5 blaster break was the worst one yet, so let's blow that one out of the water. It's been pretty good to us in general, though, these blaster breaks. 5 and 3, 8 times. 8 times. Good luck. 101 bounties, 110 going into this break.
We've got the Mercury Comets combo spot down to the Sparks.
What's up, Andrew? How you doing, dude? You been practicing your breaks or what? So you can do a junior Rhody breaker thing down the road? Make sure you charge Dad crazy prices for your packs, all right?
And we've got Ryan down to Greg.
Anybody messes with me, I've got a...
Yeah.
What?
Stuck up top.
Oh, dude, I told Sorna he needs to write down a step-by-step fix for that. It's driving me nuts.
Just get a sticky note and put it right on screen here. So
Text him that you need to... I told him on Wednesday. You need a step-by-step. It's like, takes 2 seconds. I just haven't paid enough attention because I'm always like opening whatever boxes.
yeah.
Hobby boxes in today of, oh, this stuff? Yeah, we had a couple the other day that we were going to potentially break, but then somebody in the shop was looking for them and they sold them. They might have, I think they had 1 or 2 boxes coming in, though. Yeah, I'll have to see if we can get them. We had 2 in the break room, but the old man literally called me on, I think it was, I don't know what day it was, Tuesday maybe? And he was like, hey, you got any immediate plans for this? He's like, I got somebody here that's like really looking for this. I was like, well, it's your boxes at the end of the day, so do what you need to do, you know? That's true. And we just don't ship cards out and we get to keep your money and your cards. That's a great model. Bought up some of the Secret Lair magic packs for the Deadpool set. I'm not familiar with that one, Trev. Go look at that. Yeah, if anybody messes with me, I've got a new bodyguard. Andrew's taking some karate lessons. Andrew White, so he promised he'd take care of anybody that messes with me. So when you see Louth with 2 black eyes next week, it's because he was talking smack, and my guy Andrew, self-defense only, of course. He was defending me from Louth's physical abuse at the shop. I don't need any self-defense from... I don't need any bodyguard against Soren. Just snap him in half, no problem.
I don't know. He works out.
Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore.
Work out.
Yeah. Soren all jacked still somehow wouldn't scare me. All right. What else can we rip tonight? What do you think, crew? We'd love to do some more. We definitely don't want to go home after this one. We got some stuff that's like getting there, but we got a lot of stuff that's about halfway too. Consider the next Chuck Norris. I think you're all right. Soren, man.
Remember those Chuck Norris jokes?
Oh, yeah. Chuck Norris jokes were like the big meme for a while.
Yeah. It was a meme before a meme.
Try living my life in college when I had to play flag football and 2 of my teammates were Louth and Soren. It's a tough life.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I caught 2 passes
all season.
In a season, yeah.
Oh my lord! It's one of those things like, yeah, I'm playing with friends because it's fun to hang out with friends.
Louth, please, we need an extra person. Like, you're better off just getting like a mannequin to just stand there.
So you see your friends on the field, and your friends are like, not that athletic.
Chuck Norris makes Soren's sandwiches.
Oh, man. We had some good players on the team, though. It was a ton of fun. It was a blast. I love that. That was my favorite part of college, probably, was flag football. Our quarterback, my last year, was one of Louth's buddies. Who else went to URI? Yeah, Fred, and he wasn't like the fleetest of foot versus like our quarterback. The first couple of years I played flag football was a kid who played quarterback at my high school, and he was pretty athletic. And anytime he got sacked, he would just spike the ball and get warnings on unsportsmanlike conduct every time. It's brutal. Yeah, those are the Chuck Norris type memes. Soren's not scared of tornadoes; they're scared of him. That's pretty much where all that Chuck Norris stuff was at about.
101 Chuck Norris jokes. How old is he now? He's in the like 70s.
Yeah,
right?
all that, I think. I was like, Bailey was, she loves Schitt's Creek, the show. And I've been watching, she just started rewatching it for like the 5th time. And I've been watching a couple episodes with her. And I was like, Eugene Levy's been around so long, he's so old. She looked him up, he's like 78 or something like that. And I was like, I told you, he's old. He looks damn good for like, I think during the show he's like 75 to 78. But all right, here we go. Rachel Bonham to start us off. Silver is Dorka. Lauren Jackson. Good luck here. Who got the fever spot, Louth?
Mike Pettit.
Mike Pettit did. All right, Mike. More Clark cards for the grading, maybe. Sue Bird. So tricky thing about Prism is the off center a little bit. So you kind of have to look at this little border right here, right, and then this border up here. That's kind of your trick for centering on these, at least left to right. So these are a little tougher than like full border cards to check out, but once you look at those, you can kind of get an idea of where you're at. Quality control on this stuff has been all over the place. A lot of complaints in the WNBA group, but we've sent out and received 10s on some stuff. It's a little harder than some other sets at times, but there's Angel. There we go. That's a little better. Variation Ice instead of maybe a base Groovy that Frisella spotted last time. Fireworks Clark base. Nothing huge, but it's Clark. The only thing comparable to Soren right now is Caitlin Clark. Soren's just winning at life. Lou Lopez, Seneschal. All right. Can we hit a number card or an autograph? That would be nice. Jalen Sherrod on the Blue Velocity rookie for the Champs. Different Jalen Brown on the ice for the Wings. We've got our green here. It's Chelsea Gray. Sydney Colson on the ice. There's a nice Nico Mule on the True Base Blue Velocity. Very nice in the Seattle spot. Derek Albro. What's up, Derek? Ruthie. We've got Kate Martin on the base. Errol Atkins. I don't know why some of these are upside down. Sabrina on the Blue Velocity. Nothing wrong with that. For the Champ, she had a really tough, I was going to say Game 7, but it was really Game 5 because it's a 5-game series. But they got it done. She was still firing away. All right, here we go. Blue Velocity is Jalen Sherrod. Oh, that's a blue Pulsar. Never mind. Just kidding. 19 out of 199. Jalen Sherrod. Champs are hitting so far. Liberty spot. Omar. What's up, Omar? Gabby Williams. There's a Blue Velocity. It is Emily Angsler. So we did hit a number card so far. Blue Velocity right behind it. It's a little interesting. Usually you don't see that. Fee. I think I saw her. She was on some show talking about the potential lockout. Silver Monique Billings. Blue Velocity Diamond to Shields. Nika on the base. We've got Angel on the variation green. Very nice. So Angel showing up here, Mike. Take those. And there's Caitlin also showing up. So these ones already off to a better start. We got a numbered card. 2 Caitlins. One just a base insert. Nothing crazy, but this is a nice ice true base. We've got the Angel green. So not bad here. Jewel Lloyd. This is more like it. That's Errol Atkins. Kelsey Plum. Ooh, Smith was trying to jump by. Blue Velocity, Errol Atkins. Ice, Derek Hamby. Silver is Dawn Staley. Saving the ball, jumping out of bounds. Rakia, nice. On the true base. Ice. Tamika. Jackie Young. Clark on the true base. We take those too. There you go, Mike. Green Sue Bird, love that. Elizabeth Kitley on the ice. And Kate Warren, that's like 3 base Kate Warrens, I believe. Not that that's crazy, but take them. Looks like we'll have another numbered card. So we had a blue Pulsar, now we have a red. It is Grace Berger for the Fever. Would have been really nice if it was Caitlin Fever on the numbered card. 297 out of 299, though. Mike Pettit. Stewie. Julie Vondu on the Blue Velocity, Washington. Old Ricky Love, Greg. Silver, Sue Bird, love it. Fee. Blue Velocity, Chelsea Gray. Ice Angsler. Last little bit here, we do have a green. It is Dijonais. Diamond to Shields. Blue Velocity, Brianna Jones. Jewel Lloyd Ice, and a base Mariah Jefferson to round it out. So a little stronger there. We had 2 numbered cards, a 299 and 199. We had some Caitlin, some Angels. Didn't really hit the other rookies too much. Well, we did hit some Kate Martin base. Get your recap of that one in just a sec. was definitely a little more solid than the last 5 we did. Recap basically ready to go. Here it is. All right, crew, here it is. Recap of 2024 WNBA Prism 5 Blaster Box, random teams number 5. Much love on the fill. Caitlin, True Base, Nika, and Kate hit a few base of them. Sue Bird on the silver. I think we hit a Sue Bird green as well. There it is. Angel on the variation green. Very nice. Chelsea Gray and Clark. Some blue velocities, big names or rookies. Nice Nika in there. Sabrina. And his Sue Bird, we hit the trifecta there on some of the not numbered, unnumbered. Kitley, Rakia Jackson, nice. Caitlin Clark, ice, very nice. Jalen Brown, Angel Reese, variation, ice form. We got the out of 299 Grace Berger, red pulsar, and we got the out of 199 Jalen Sherrod, rookie, blue pulsar for the champs. There it is, crew. Appreciate the fill on WNBA Blaster Random Teams number 5. That one is in the books. Boom. I'll just make a sort label for that. I'll bump this over a little lefty style here. See if we can get there. We can. Let's pump this. 1, 2, 5. Boom. And we're off. Do that in front. Yeah, I'll take a picture of you. All right, here it is. We've got the Bowman Chrome HCA baseball right here laying flat. We've got the Bowman Chrome U basketball, random letter. We've got the top 3, full case of that stuff. PYT, Spurs, the big spots. Then you got Golden States and the Lakers. Got Topps Chrome Soccer 2021 style. Old school UFC royalty, brand new stuff, only about a week and a half old. We've got the Origins basketball, newest basketball outside of Bowman U Chrome. And today's Topps 3. Finest football, full case. We have 16 left in Finest, 10 left in the Royalty UFC, 8 left in the Soccer, 9 left in the Bowman Chrome U basketball, random letter. We got 25 left in the top 3. It's a full case of that stuff. So 3 cards per box, everything, 49 or less. All autographs on card. We have 17 left in the HCA Choice Bowman Chrome 2024. Nothing but autos, 18 in total. And 23 in the Origins, and that's where we're at with everything that's on the site. So we do need some help. We just did some smaller breaks, got in there with the F1 and 2 Ws, but we definitely need some help here to rip some more tonight. So usually Fridays we go pretty ham, but we need some love. It's supposed to rain all weekend locally, I believe, right?
I know, definitely is tomorrow morning. I don't know if it's supposed to be better tomorrow night or Sunday. But I feel like it's been raining a lot on weekends, so I can't do any yard work.
Yep, it's been raining a ton. Yeah, one of my students, my TA, was talking about that today. Where's the weather?
April showers.
Yep, the old elementary school adage, April showers, bringing the Mayflowers. Yeah, rain. It looks like it's going to stop late morning, and then we have the typical...
It's been cold, too.
Wind symbol, which I feel like we're like Chicago Junior these days. All we get is wind. Yeah, it's been chilly this past week. So raining now, raining throughout the morning. How can I get back to you?
Soren is the total.
Where's and then Sunday rain. Brutal. Though the Sunday rain looks like it's going to be rain, but not like it's not too bad. Who knows? Rain's the worst though. Opening day fishing tomorrow. Richmond is going to be popping. Oh yeah, it is. Sucks it's going to rain, especially in the morning. That's when it's going to be like raining like crazy.
They do not care.
Oh no, they don't care for sure.
They will be.
Yeah, they'll be, like you said, it'll still be popping for sure. Yep, right down that little spot right down by me where that waterfall is, Trav. They actually put the trout ladder in there years ago, right? I'm pretty sure they did. When they did the construction at the waterfall, they put a little trout ladder in so they could migrate up the waterfall. Yeah, it'll be popular for sure. He's dynamite fishing without the dynamite. They just hop in his boat. You ever see like those flying fish where they're just like smacking people in the face? There's a particular species that like jumps out of the water like crazy, and people go out fishing and they just like are smashing you in the side of the face, jumping out the boat and stuff, or jumping into the boat and over the boat.
What
It's
about
crazy.
the like catfish thing? You have to like stick your
Oh,
arm in
when you
like a
go,
cave.
what do they call it? Um, not mudding. What do they call it? You just reach in to where you know they are, and they just like latch on. Is that in China? The fish that are like flying out of the water? Yeah, they just jump right in the boat. It's crazy.
Called boating, not fishing.
Yeah. All right. 9 left in the Bowman U Chrome. Yeah, the carp. Noodling. There you go.
Right.
That's it. You go behind the baseball fields? Which baseball fields? Like where they had like the voting this year? Like kind of in between like Bank Street and town? Or the post office in town, if you want to call it that. Like that's a little stretch I never do because if I'm going south, I go down the back road right next to Skunk Hill, and I end up coming out on 138 at like Bank Street. And if I'm going into town, then I go over like what is it, Bridge Street or whatever. Um, so I go like left at the end of my road and end up like coming out basically right in town, right by that. What's that inn? The Carriage Inn or
Oh
no,
yeah,
not Carriage
yeah.
Inn. What's it called? Whatever that inn is there. Carriage Inn is like Dan's place, second restaurant, right? Right down the street over here. Whatever that inn is. That legend has it is haunted, or I don't know.
Is it?
That's what Bailey says. I'm not from that
People
area, so.
stay there.
Oh yeah,
Just
people stay
because
there.
it's
I think
haunted?
it's sold, but people stay there more now than they did before. Yeah, near the post office area. Okay. Yeah, I'm not like. I mean, I live right there, but I don't do anything over there, so I don't. I'm not as familiar with it. Yeah, Wood River. Bailey and I, and Soren and I, used to kayak right at that waterfall we'd put in right there in that little dirt lot, and then we'd kayak through like the pond area and then up the Upwood River some, and then just turn back around
have
and
to-
come back to the car.
Kayak up.
Kayak upriver,
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
That's
But
gonna
now
be a no for me, dog.
I prefer to go to right over here now, right over at the marina over here, in it's Wickford or whatever. Wood River. Wait, the tavern? Are you talking about the tavern right there at the light? Not at the light, at the bridge? Like right across from the little like inn hotel thing or whatever. Talking about Wood River Bar and Grill, yeah. Surprisingly enough, I've lived there since 2018. I've never been there once. I've heard it's okay. We were supposed to go with Bailey's dad the other day, or like a few weeks ago, but he went there and they were closed. They were like on vacation, so they were closed for the week. Wood Tiger or Wood River. Soren had some nicknames. Put in off 165 DM station. Oh, you going on a little boat fishing? Papa, you guys remember Papa? Used to do breaks a lot with us. He lives down near me. He's a big time fishing guy. I was supposed to go with him one day, but we never made it happen. Big time into fishing down in that area too.
When was the last time you went fishing?
It's been a really long time. I used to go fishing a lot when I was younger, and I haven't been in a really long time. The last time I went was actually it was like charter boat, deep sea fishing. I went with Soren and his dad and Bailey and my parents. I think probably about 4 years ago, maybe. But before like freshwater fishing, I can't even remember. I used to go all the time though. Yeah, I've never been to Wood River Bar and Grill. I don't know why. It's right there, and I always complain about there being a lack of food options. I've just never been. Like I said, we were supposed to go about 3 weeks ago, and her dad went there. I was like, well, don't meet us there because they're randomly on vacation and closed the whole place for the week. So we ended up going to Cornerstone instead. Went to Cornerstone a few times early on. Been there a couple times recently, but in between went there basically none. We like to go up to Tavern in the Square over here, closer to the shop, a lot, but it's obviously a hike versus right in town.
That's why you got to move closer.
So somehow. Places we're going to see on Sunday are in Western Coventry, though, so still kind of in the middle of nowhere. Be really close to her work, though. All right, crew, we need some help. Yeah, Flacco back with the Browns. You all see that? And what's his name? Bond turned himself in. I don't know if he's guilty of anything, but he says it's all made up, whatever. But he did turn himself in on some sort of domestic, some sort of assault of some sort. He's supposed to be probably like a second-round pick in the draft in, what are we, 2 weeks away? It must be 2 weeks from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be the 24th. That makes sense. Yeah, look it up. Can you confirm that? 24th. Wow, we're less than 2 weeks. I got to get that mock draft thing ready. Not that it takes long to get ready, but it takes long to analyze. Dan's Place. I do like Dan's Place. We were just talking about how we need to go there more often. Their food is really good, in my opinion.
24th.
24th. All right, 2 weeks from yesterday. Start doing your mock draft research because we will have the first round contest for 150 in break credit to the winner. If there's a tie, we will split it. Live right off Harkney Hill, right near me. Is it a shack right off Harkney Hill or what? Oh, really, Pettit? I've never had a bad experience. I've only been there probably a handful of times ever, but every time I've gone there, it was really good, and I did not get sick. Apparently, my cousin is really good friends with the owner, which I didn't know till like a month or two ago. I think you'd be shocked at how many food places have like mice and stuff, especially in the winter. I think it would be. I think a lot of people, if they really knew, some of that stuff's just like kind of tough.
I mean, it's kind of like built in where you're like allowed to have like point something, because nothing is
fully
completely
proof. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I've never heard that, but I've had good experiences there. I enjoy their food, but it's been a while since I've been there. Just look outside the buildings. 8, 17, 16, man. Whew. Got some stuff like halfway there or getting close, but the rat boxes are everywhere. Like they're trying to take care of them, yeah. I like me Tavern in the Square. Their General Sauce chicken is, it's good. Bills isn't bad. It's New England. Almost every house has unwanted tiny roommates. Exactly. Yep. We had a tiny little snake in our basement. One day while we were breaking, Bailey texted me. She was freaking out. It was a little snake, a little garter snake. Somehow got in the house through the bulkhead or something. I don't know. Used to work for Coca-Cola and went on all the back to most grocery stores in Southern RA. Haven't seen any rats, but yeah, you'd be shocked with how many flies and mice are visible in back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mice especially around here. UFC would be fun before the big fight night. No, but actually, Jake might have invited us to his little kid's birthday party. They might have had catered, but it wasn't like he did, and Bailey tried it. It wasn't like fresh though. Like you go there and eat it there, or get it takeout and eat it while it's hot. It was like catered, so it's been around. And she wants to try it bad. That was a long time ago. But we have not gone to get it yet. It's only available. They're only open like 4 or 5 days a week, like 4 days a week maybe. The Italian Stein's only available like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday or something. I don't know. Y'all, I got a new role at work. Let's celebrate by filling Topps Finance. What's your new role at work, dude? Bill's on the Coventry West Warwick line. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. I'm horrible with directions though, like absolutely horrendous. my dad's the opposite because he used to do deliveries back when the shop would deliver to all sorts of like tiny little micro shops all around the state. He'd be delivering product everywhere. Um, but yeah, Thursday, yeah, it's something like that. It's like limited. Bailey liked the sample she tried, but she hadn't had the legit like fresh from the restaurant Italian stallion.
This AI mock draft has Carter going 15th.
There's rumors that he's dropping right now, but I wouldn't trust that. I think he only set up visits with the top 4 pick teams. Like he's confident he's going top 4. I still think he's going to go to the Giants. I hope he falls to the Pats. I would take him, but I don't think Shedeur is going top 3. Workplace planning, going for the Series 7, 66, and working with advising on retirement accounts. I love it. Oh, did we talk about it at trade night? Financial stuff. I was just talking with Soren. I need to open up a what is it? Like one of those accounts that just like follows the market in general. What do they call that? I'm clearly oblivious. My wife just finally closed a deal on her own business. Finally, she can support my addiction. Let's close this up. Nice. Yeah, I need to. Soren uses like I think Vanguard. I want to make an account on there. Just put some money aside into some sort of market account, fund account, whatever. I don't know. Do something.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, set it and forget it. A 500 index,
S&P
yeah,
500.
something like that. Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay visit a place in Narragansett. It's going to be
Crazy Burger, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Crazy Burger. I've been there.
Yep, same.
My ex loved that place a long time ago in grad school. Went there a few times. Oh, it's good food. Back in the day, at least. And Guy Fieri had already been there for like diners, drive-ins, whatever
Dives,
that. Yeah, dives, diners, and drive-ins or whatever. He'd been there years ago, right? And now Ramsey was there. They have good shakes, if I recall. Good shakes.
Like crazy shakes, like at
Holstein's? No. Isn't that place BYOB? I think Crazy Burger's BYOB. Yeah, see that? Great shakes. Look at that. Ooh, God, I need some help. This is it's been a tough week for us at the end of the day. I mean, it is what it is. We keep plugging, but this has been a pretty rough week, I think. I don't know if people haven't been around or what's been going on. But we appreciate what we have done and the chat and all that support. Yeah, BYOB, I thought so. We did take advantage of some of the downtime on the slower week to do some grading, though, so that's always good. Always trying to get something done. Soren and I spent a while after stream the other day putting together, I think we have, I don't know, it was a whole bunch. 31, 70, something like 110 cards roughly, 105, 110 cards for this order. It's a bunch of different orders. It's 5 different orders. It's on card value. Somebody wanted dual grading done, all that good stuff. Main card, Yair Rodriguez and Patricio Pitbull. So, Bryce Mitchell's fighting after his podcast started, and Dana White called him like the dumbest guy he's ever met. Dominic Reyes and Krylov. What's the undercards? Prelims? Dan Ige against Sean Woodson. All right. Jan Janans in there. Jim Miller. Yeah. Yeah, Dan Ige, yeah. And then Early's. What do we got? Sandrikes Dumas. Alexiuk. Madurgi versus Raposo. Tulio and Gore. What was that? Is that Cornell? Is that RN or M? My eyes are going.
RN, I believe.
Okay, that's what it looks like from here. Haley Cowan and Alberto Montes.
Canceled.
Canceled. Okay, so we have 445. Looks like 445. Second to Blue Cooper Flag Auto McDonald's Blaster Box at Walmart today. Might have you all check that. Yeah, no problem, man. You can drop it off anytime, dude. In my opinion, I wouldn't grade the auto. If it looks great, you can. but I think it's a waste of money and time. It takes traditionally at least a month more, if not 2 or 2.5, to get a dual grade back. So kind of annoying, and it costs almost double to have it graded. But it's up to you. We'll do whatever you want. But when people ask me like, "Oh, do you grade the autos?" It's like personally, I don't. I've seen so many people that flip big cards that don't even grade autos. Yeah, it's a huge hit for sure, especially out of a blaster. Absolutely. I hope Patty wins, man. I like Mikey Chandler. He's fun to watch, but I hope Patty takes him out. Hope it's like a good fight, but kind of decisive in the end with a finish.
Younger,
Yeah, when they're like 35
little
plus,
reach.
the stats are like pretty significant for like the younger fighter winning. It's like 75 or 80%, I think. Yeah, it's a sticker, yeah. I mean, you can dual grade it if it's on sticker and not streaky, but I just don't think I don't think it adds enough value to the card for how much longer it takes, etc. When's the NBA draft?
that's not till June.
Is it June? So like April, May, June. You won't even get that card back. And well, actually, it's gonna be worth more, so you're gonna have to go in a higher value most likely. So you might get it back. You get it faster. 6 blaster, total of 4 Koopa flags, 4 Ace Bays, 3 Dylan Harpers, 1 Sarah Strong. Wow, in one blaster, that's insane. That's good stuff. Late June. Yeah, the lottery's just under a month away for NHL. I know that. Bruins right now are like slotted in the 4 pick. I think the worst they can do is drop down 2, but they're very close to dropping to like the 6 or 7 slot in the standings when all is said and done. They only have 2 games left. A bunch of teams still have 3, or even some have 4 left. They need some help. They need to rework some stuff. Wow, Sox are getting crushed by the other Sox. 6-0. That's brutal.
25th, 26th.
White Sox are trash too. 2-12 or 2-10, and you're losing 6-0.
That's some.
Yankees are down 5-1. Tampa's winning, beating up on the Braves. Have had an awful start. Acuna's like getting close, I think, right?
I think in May.
Cleveland's a 7-0 win. Wow, Sox. Who pitched for the Sox today? Newcomb gave up 6, 2 earned. They've been giving up some unearned runs lately, haven't they? I feel like they've got a bunch of unearned runs as of late.
There's some weird stat where the Marlins are like 17-0 on some random day in like June.
Oh, they just like always seem to win that day
Yeah.
for like 20 years almost. That's crazy. All right, crew. What are we thinking? Think we have a push in anything tonight? Anything we want to tackle as a group, or going chill to round out the week? Yeah, the Bruins drafted last year, first round, 36 games played, 0 goals, 3 assists. I know. Not great, but young guys, you never know. There's a few centers at the top of mock drafts. They do need a center pretty badly. I think the top kid, there's like a consensus number 1 guy. He's not some generational talent, but he's a defenseman, I believe, like a maybe a left shot defenseman. He's, from all things I've read, he's a consensus number 1. I don't know much about him. I forget his name even. Then there's a few centers and some like kind of tough guy power forward that's like 215 or something. Peterson's going to retire. Patrick Peterson. Petre, he got a nice $13 million a year contract extension today with the Texans. Jalen, we pulled his cards back in the past when he was a rookie.
Rogers going?
Probably the Steelers. It's one of these they're playing games with each other, I feel. Or he's probably mostly the one playing games. I bet you ends up still with the Steelers. It's Steelers are retired, I think, at this point. He really wanted Vikings, but
Just follow the Brett Favre career path.
yeah, I think the Vikings have. I think they've thrown in the towel. Allegedly, I think it's going to happen after the draft. He's going to sign somewhere. I think teams are going to see what falls to them in the draft, and then go. Yeah, that BC kid's pretty small, isn't he? I think he's only like a $175, 5'10" or something. I don't follow college hockey much, but I was hearing something. Maybe it was on the radio or maybe I read something. I think he's a pretty small dude.
Didn't watch the Frozen 4?
I didn't. Somebody
I think
had
it
a
was a
double overtime
game, yeah.
Game winner though. That's pretty sick. Frozen 4 is cool. I don't usually watch it live, but I'll watch highlights.
Mike Pettit with the Bowman Crow U spot. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Much love. What's who had the wife's business? Mike Pettit. What's what kind of business? If it's something stream friendly to share. Finally closed the deal on her own business. Like she sold the business, or she like closed the deal to start her own business. Either one's cool. And if she made $1 bazillion, does she want to adopt me? She's been in staffing for years. She the breadwinner? Bailey's the breadwinner now, officially in my scenario. She caught me. It didn't take very long for her. But real doctor, fake doctor. She and her friend finally got an opportunity to put it together for themselves. That's great.
Yes.
Congrats on that. Own business is cool. I mean, like I know from my dad over the years, you know, having his own thing, it's obviously it's got pros and cons, but it's pretty cool when you're the boss, right? And get to make the decisions as opposed to sort of following the lead. Obviously, some jobs you get a lot of input if you're not the boss, you know, pending the setup, but being the boss has got to be a pretty cool feeling. Especially if you're doing it with a friend, too. That's super cool. That's like even the breaks. Like, we run the breaks. We have the bosses at the shop, but like us three buddies just kind of hanging out, doing the breaks, and kind of running this little side gig. The boss makes the final decisions, of course, but we have tons of input on that because they don't have enough time to worry about running the breaks and the shop. I'm gonna take my gloves off in anticipation that gets a big run here and I have to get new gloves. That's the goal. Otherwise, we'll be logging off shortly here on this Friday night. We'll double check all our grading orders, make sure they're good to go out tomorrow. They were gonna go out yesterday, but the shop ran into busy time. Got some deliveries in, so Sox down 7-0 now. Jeez, just getting absolutely smashed.
Hey, don't call it a comeback.
Yeah. 7-0 at the end of 5 against the White Sox. Who pitched for the White Sox? Do they even have anybody good? Martin.
Dean Martin? Wow.
After his 5 scoreless, his ERA is 3.94 on the season. So he came in 0-1 with a 5.74 and 4 total strikeouts. The Sox would strike out a ton. This guy has 4 strikeouts. It might have been only 1 start. I don't know. But he has 6 tonight.
I remember that, Trev. Speaking of that, he told me you could break all the honors you have left.
I think we have a box or 2 of 2022. Hey, take it easy. We'll catch you on the flip side, yeah? What do I have to do? An S&P index fund? 500 index fund? All right, I'll try and remember that. 500 index fund. That's set it and forget it, right? That's a guarantee? I'm talking like 10 plus years. 10 plus years, yeah. I'm good to go, right? Will you reimburse my losses in 10 years? No, not you. The financial planner. He's a professional. When is that? Is that this weekend?
I'm not a professional, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
The guy's like doing surgery and stuff. Yeah. It's like, nope, but I stayed at Holiday Inn Express.
Cool thing about the Masters coverage on ESPN Plus is it ran all the old golf This Is Sports Center commercials.
Oh, like where they're chipping into the satellite dish and the reception's bad.
I didn't see that one, but it was it was one with Tiger Woods and the giant crowd is following him through like the ESPN offices,
like the gallery.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'd love to buy in cheap, but Trav, I'm just talking like long term. So like, if it's on a slight dip or like back to where it was, like I'm just talking long term. I'm not worried about. Literally, I'll open it up and maybe contribute to it over time, but just like not touch it and just not look at it until it's time to start thinking about taking it out. I'm not too worried about the day to day. Soren, every time he's on breaks, he always brings up like I don't know one of the market pages, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you just shouldn't forget it." But then he's looking at it every single night I'm in here breaking with him. So
You should go to the casino, put everything on black.
and then throw it in.
Yes.
Courtney, what's up, Courtney? How you doing tonight, Courtney? You may have unfortunately caught us as we're leaving. It's been a pretty slow night. We've been hanging out, having a ton of fun in chat, but breaks are a little tough right now. We got a bunch of stuff that's getting there, but still got enough left where I don't know if we will get there. It sounds like we won't because our viewership just went down a few because a few people just took off, assuming we're not ripping anymore based on numbers. So, but always good to see you, Courtney. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling good. You need that weather to come in. We've had a bunch of rain. I'm sure you've had a bunch of rain too, right? Down there in Jersey. Need some good weather to come in so we can, or well, at least you can enjoy the golf. Oral homer. Man, the Braves are going to go to 3-10 after tonight if they don't have a ninth inning comeback here. Crazy.
I saw a stat that no team in the last like X amount of years has made the playoffs when they started 0-7 and the Braves started 0-7.
Yeah, rain's no fun, especially because it's been like Lau said earlier. It's been on the weekends, which sucks. But I don't mind if there's rain tomorrow night because I'm watching those fights. I think Lopez is gonna win. I love Volk.
So.
He's like my second favorite fighter, but Lopez
age,
is just
age
a
difference. You got
phenom.
the height and reach difference.
Yeah, Volk's nasty though. Like about as good as it gets. I know you were saying that the other day, Courtney. They're suffocating in there. So I like both those guys. Volkanovski's like my second favorite, but like I wouldn't mind it if like Diego wins and is like a top and like the beasts all come after him.
Does Patty win? My favorite. So I can just fire away on that.
The thing with Chandler is Chandler just sits in there and just throws. Like every one of Chandler's fights is like super exciting for the most part.
They're typically short because he's either.
Well, the thing is that dude's got a chin. Like he'll just get busted up, and so sometimes they go long. I don't have stats on his last few fights, but he could easily catch Patty. Like it only takes one in UFC. That's the crazy thing. Like a big favorite could lose because they just catch one in the right spot. But if I had to guess, I'd say yes. But I don't know. It's a scary fight. If I was gonna bet, I'd probably parlay Diego and Patty if you wanted to bet the two fights together. But yeah, that top fight's it's sick. It's a good one. He's got such a height advantage. Only an inch reach for 5 inches height is not significant. Like with 5 inches of height, you'd expect a few inches of reach, but it's only one. So
would he make a bad tackle because
he's probably be a
arms?
guard. Yeah, I think he'd be a guard for sure.
Bring him on his.
Yep, on his measurables. Yep. They might still take that guy at 4, the tackle. All right, crew. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to throw the towel in. Mike grabbed that spot 10 minutes ago. Before that, it was 25 minutes with Mark I's spot. So, unfortunately, viewership is pretty down right now. So, we will wrap up this week. A little bit of a slow week, but like I said, we got a bunch of grading done, evals and all that. So, made good use of our time. Chat was pretty fun all week, even though we had a slow week. So, we appreciate you all hanging out. Always fun hanging out on stream. But we will wrap it up, close up the shop. The groundhog, the groundhogs. We got to get this cold weather coming back has been the crappy part. Rain too, but cold and rain is even worse. We got all this lovely stuff on the site. We won't be adding too much because we've got all this stuff on the site. So maybe another WNBA blaster break. Maybe another thing or two total. But I'm gonna leave this stuff right here set up on the table. I'd love to do this case of 3. Should be a fun rip. We got the finest. We got the soccer, Bowman. We got some really good stuff up there. So hopefully we can get some big spots taken over the weekend and have a nice Monday. Monday, what would that be? The 14th?
14th, yeah.
Monday, halfway through April on Monday, basically. One day off the halfway point. April's already almost done. Yeah, Prenti's got a show 2 weeks from tomorrow. So if you want to check that out on the 26th, he's got a local card show that he's hosting over in West Greenwich, so the West Greenwich Elks. Check that out. Yeah, I think the Cranston show just happened. Yeah, it happened last Sunday, I believe. So that one just happens. That's always a good one as well, up at the VFW post. Yeah, those are the 2 that I know about. Those are the 2 that I know the people that run them. So 2 great shows. The VFW ones every month. Prentice is like a few times a year. So much love hanging out tonight. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the fights if you're watching them. Enjoy the Masters if you're watching that.
Yes.
Enjoy, what do we got? Baseball. I think it's the last weekend of hockey, basically, regular season. And we're closing.
Basketball too.
Yeah, I think it's actually basketball's last weekend. Yeah. Hockey's last weekend might be next week, like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So regular seasons are ending. We'll see what happens. Playoffs are right around the corner. I can't wait for both, especially hockey, but I do actually really get into playoff basketball these days. So it'll be a fun time. And we'll see you on Monday for some rips. Hopefully you can fill up all this stuff that's on the sites. 125 on the 101 bounty to start the